Let's make the perfect pav. Fun fact, pavlova was actually my signature dish growing up. Beat 4 egg whites until stiff peaks form. Once you can hold your egg whites over your head without them falling, slowly add in the caster sugar. Ooh, look how thick that is. Place the meringue on a baking tray and spread out to an 18cm circle. Bake your pav for an hour and a half and allow it to completely cool in the oven. Whip together cream, icing sugar, and real vanilla bean. Top the pav with a whipped cream and then a mixture of your favorite fruits. Just look at all that marshmallowy goodness. Now here's some meringue ASMR for you. Boom, enjoy.
Here's a traditional Italian recipe with garlic, so I make everyone happy. Remove the soft part of the bread. Heat some goat milk. Maybe don't burn yourself like I did. And throw the bread inside to let it soak. In a blender, throw the walnuts, the drained breadcrumbs, the parmigiano, the pine nuts, 1 clove of garlic without the core, some marjoram, and half of a cup of olive oil. Now, traditionally, the walnuts should be peeled. I didn't have the time and it makes a very small difference, so it's not as bad as putting garlic in the carbonara. I'm kidding. Am I? Adjust the consistency of the sauce by adding some of the milk we have left from the bread bath. The best pasta shape for this recipe are trofie, which are originally from Liguria. Buon appetit!
Let's make 1 bowl easy peanut noodles. First, you're gonna start with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, add in 1 tablespoon of honey or date nectar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, a little bit of sriracha, crushed garlic, and then stir it all up. Then you're gonna add in your noodles. I used cold chlorella noodles, toss to cook completely, then top with chives and sesame seeds.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna show you how to do the smothered chicken, so let's go. Go ahead and coat your chicken with some W sauce. Go ahead with my Cajun seasoning, or whichever one you have on both sides of your chicken, okay? Put your garlic powder on both sides. Now go ahead with your black pepper, y'all, and then your salt to taste. Go ahead and add a half a stick of butter. Go with a little bit of olive oil. Go ahead and throw your chicken in there, skin side down. When your chicken looks like that, go ahead and flip them over. Take about 5 minutes or so. Both sides are seared, go ahead and add in a large onion, y'all. 1 cup of chicken broth. Now go ahead on, y'all. Medium to low heat, let it simmer for an hour. All right, y'all, let's make the gravy. You need 6 tablespoons of this pre-made gravy mix right in the bowl. Go ahead with 2 cups of chicken broth. Go ahead and season your gravy just like we did the chicken. Go ahead and pour that gravy, y'all, right up on top of that chicken. Now go ahead and whisk your drippings, y'all, with that there gravy. Go ahead with 3 bay leaf. Cover it on low, let it simmer for 30 more minutes. Go ahead and check out this smothered chicken. I guarantee.
I used to work at Starbucks and people always ordered spinach feta egg white wraps. So I'm gonna show you how to make a vegan version with some tofu. This is extra firm and I just soaked all the water out of it. And now I'm gonna add a little bit of vinegar, some lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil, nutritional yeast, and some garlic spice blend. Let this sit for 15 minutes and this is gonna be like the feta. Next you're gonna need a flatbread. Spread on some vegan cream cheese, some steamed mixed greens, sun-dried tomatoes, and the tofu feta. Cook this on a pan.
Holiday desserts part 2. This has been served at every family gathering I've had since I was a little girl. I'll show you how to make it.
Screenshot that for ingredients. Add your instant vanilla pudding to a bowl with just 2 cups of milk. The package is going to say to put more than that. Just do 2 cups. Whisk for 2 minutes and then let rest for 5. Stir in your Cool Whip topping, just 1 cup of it. And now for the layers, you're going to put a layer of graham crackers. Any type of graham cracker will do. Half your pudding mixture, more graham crackers, and the rest of your pudding mixture. I used canned blueberry pie topping for this, but you could use any that you would like. Strawberry, cherry. Cover, refrigerate for at least 4 hours. Overnight is best, and enjoy.
Fresh and authentic shrimp and scallop ceviche. Start by rough chopping some fresh shrimp. Next, do the same with some scallops, my personal favorite, and cover it in a ton of lime juice. Let that marinate in the fridge for about an hour, and in the meantime, make your sauce. Jalapenos, cilantro, tons of lime juice, a touch of oil and salt, and give it a blend. I almost forgot the garlic, that is essential. Now toss in tomatoes, red onions, cucumbers, and that beautiful green sauce. If you like, throw in some extra cilantro and salt, give it a mix, and add your clamato. That is the real deal. Name a white boy making something like this. I'll wait. Eat up!
This is an easy dinner that everyone will love. In a bowl, mix your sour cream, garlic powder, seasoned salt, black pepper, and Parmesan cheese. Mix it and spread it on top of your chicken in a casserole dish. Top it with cheese and seasoning for extra flavor. Bake at 375 degrees for 30 minutes.
Chop a small container of fresh spinach, 1 cup of sour cream, a sprinkle of garlic powder, 1 can of artichokes squeezed and chopped, often 8-ounce block of cream cheese, 2 cups of mozzarella. Bake at 350 for about 25 minutes. It's so good.
Let's make Chick-fil-A's famous sauce keto-friendly. We're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing, a tablespoon of yellow mustard, 2 tablespoons of no sugar added barbecue sauce from Ray's, and if you like it on the sweet side, add a half a teaspoon of stevia.
Today I'm making spicy fudge with the hot sauce that Mountain Dew sent me. In a large bowl, put 16 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. Now 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 3 tablespoons of butter. Fill a pot with a little bit of water and put your bowl on top. Heat this up until all that's melted. And you want to constantly stir this. Almost completely melt it. Add 1 tablespoon of butter to a microwavable dish and 1 teaspoon of the hot sauce. Put it in the microwave until it's melted. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now our butter and hot sauce mixture. Stir that in. Spread it out evenly. Put it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours. After 4 hours, pull it out of the refrigerator and remove it from the pan. Time for the taste test. I could just bite into it, but we're going to try it with our tiny spoon. Has a little kick.
There hasn't been a single Brussels that I've hated, and this one is top notch. Not to mention that crispy Brussels are the only way I'm going to eat them now, and there's a beautiful glaze that goes on top that you might want to eat with a spoon. And so, you want to know how to get a crispy Brussels sprout? You toss it with some olive oil and season with just salt and pepper. I know, it's rare, but there will be other flavors later on, and then you're going to cook them in a high smoke point neutral oil in a cast iron skillet. Be sure to place the Brussels sprouts face down so they kind of get a nice char, and you want to do it for like 4 to 5 minutes, and then also add in some smashed garlic to infuse that garlic taste. Then once they're charred, we can roast them in the oven at a high temperature. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know that miso and honey is probably my favorite combo flavor, and it's because it adds such a sweet and umami taste that's literally like you want to eat it with a spoon. We're also adding nutmeg for a nice spice. Now drizzle half the...
This is how I make my au gratin potatoes. I start out with 3 potatoes, I peel them and rinse them. These need to be sliced really thin, so I'm using a food processor. You don't have to, I'm just being lazy. Once I'm done slicing them, I rinse the potatoes, then I slice half an onion really thin. I'm going to pour the onion into about a tablespoon of melted butter. I'm going to cook the onion until it's nice and tender. Then I'm going to season it with some garlic salt, garlic pepper, and parsley. I'm going to stir in about a tablespoon of flour. Then I'm going to add in 2 cups of milk. I'm using chicken bouillon cube, but you don't have to. I'm going to cook the milk till it's hot and steamy, but not boiling. Then I'm going to start adding in cheese, a cup of Colby Jack cheese, a cup of cheddar cheese. I'm going to stir this until it's melted. Now, if you are not using an oven-safe pan, please pour this into an oven-safe pan at this time. I'm going to add in the potatoes and stir them till they're nice and coated. Then I'm going to top this with more cheese. I bake it covered for 20 minutes and uncovered for...
Because I got records on my fingers and I just can't stop.
I'm literally making 2-ingredient fudge. All you need, sweetened condensed milk. Any kind of chips that are your favorites. Deep saucepan, sturdy spoon, foil lined pan. Add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk into your deep saucepan. 3 cups of your chips. And if you're doing white chocolate or butterscotch, add like a ½ cup more just because it's soft. Over medium-low heat, melt and continuously stir. Once the chips are mostly melted, remove the heat, but continue to stir. Smooth out in your pan, let cool and enjoy.
These melted onions are an elite level Thanksgiving side dish. You should really make them. Now let's go!
Start by julienning your onions. Woohoo!
Tablespoon of rosemary salt going in. If you know, you know. You gotta get in there and like literally crush these things with your hands. And that salt will begin to pull all the juice from these onions. That's what we want. Now get those into a low heat pot. The smaller the better. You see all that juice we have in the corner? We need to maintain that the whole time. So if you need to, just add a couple tablespoons of water as you go. These have been cooking now a little over an hour. But first I would like to continue on the chain of Wallace, six-pack chefs, and help spread awareness about men's health and men's cancer. And this is my onion dish to contribute. And we're gonna start working in a comical amount of cold unsalted butter, little by little. Just look at what is happening here. These will be the star of Thanksgiving, trust me. My friends, now is a great time to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my holidays playlist. Well, you know I love you and I'm out.
All right, guys. So today we're cooking up my favorite fish, the Chilean sea bass. And here's a fun fact for you. The Chilean sea bass isn't even Chilean. We dove into the Arctic Ocean just to pluck this baby out. So I'm not gonna lie, the Chilean sea bass is one ugly fish in the water, but I ain't never seen two pretty best friends till now. And what are these two best friends like? A little bit of white wine because they're bougie, some butter because why not, a little bit of lemon because you know they ain't sweet, some heavy cream, get the heart attack rocking, and some parsley. Now that's parsley, not cilantro. We don't need cilantro around here. Now for the plating, guys, this is restaurant style. We crushed it.